Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm sending you all of my love, light, and healing energy to get you through whatever you guys may be going through at this time. As you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about something a little different. We're going to be talking about new age spirituality. So I feel like this is such an important topic for us to dive into because spirituality has become super popular. I feel like with its popularity, there comes with certain traditions and things that may be missed in translation as people are kind of like awakening. And I feel like there's certain things that we still need to adhere to. There's certain things that need to be said about spirituality because I feel like a lot of people don't really know too much about it. Even though there's a lot of people that are waking up, there's still so many other people that have their fixations on what they think spirituality is and what it actually is meant to be. Quick disclaimer, this video is not meant to offend anyone or hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that. This is all my opinion, so keep that in mind as you guys are taking in this information. Whatever I say in this video is specifically through my experience, what I think, my viewpoints, and if it matches with yours, amazing, great. I love that we are connecting, but if not, then just let it be what it is and we can agree to disagree. This is just a simple video that I felt called and led to do, and I hope it serves anyone out there for their greatest and highest good. Spirituality has been around for so many decades. It's been around way before I was born and probably most likely way before you were born. And I feel like it's so important for us to kind of remember that when we are incorporating certain spiritual practices and things like that. Spirituality has been around for years. And this whole new age spirituality thing is cool, it's nice, but I feel like there's some things that people are kind of missing out on, or missing the point, or missing information in certain things that actually are of a benefit to them. Spirituality is originally meant to be a process of connecting with yourself. It's supposed to be a process in which you get down to certain roots to maybe reoccurring problems, habits, even issues within yourself. You really get down to the root of it, and then you go through your process of healing. A lot of religions are very similar to spirituality. I feel, in my opinion, personally, I feel like spirituality and certain religions, they kind of go hand in hand because they all have the same theme. The whole theme of certain religions is to heal yourself, is to purify yourself, is to be one with yourself. And that's the intent behind spirituality as a whole. And I feel like sometimes as a society, we forget that this is what it's meant to do because it has been popularized all over on social media. It's kind of looking as like an aesthetic. I feel like it's starting to be more of an aesthetic rather than it is meant to actually heal people. And that's why I really wanted to make this video, because I feel like as people are waking up and opening up their third eyes and having these beautiful, amazing awakenings and seeing synchronicities and all of these amazing things, pulling tarot cards, it's important to recognize why you are going through these certain experiences, why you are doing these certain things, and what it's meant to be for you. So one thing I feel that a lot of people are kind of missing the point in this new age spirituality is that you gotta do the work. So I feel like this whole manifestation thing is amazing, and I love that people are manifesting and putting their energy and under the new moon and setting their intentions and doing these amazing rituals and things like that. All of that is amazing. I love it. I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. But it's important to understand that when you have a goal for yourself, and when you're trying to manifest something into your life, and when you're trying to become this best version of yourself, it's important to understand that you have to do the work in order to get there. Okay? So, and when I say work, I mean really going deep and maybe even doing some ancestral healing, because a lot of the habits that we do and have are a product of our ancestors, of the people that came before us. It goes really, really deep. And when you set the intention to heal those parts of yourself and incorporate new habits for yourself, and you're active about those things, that's when change happens. I feel like people automatically feel like when they put a manifestation out there that it's meant to just come back to them. And yes, it is also supposed to be fueled by the energy that you're putting into it. So that means if you have a goal of maybe having a business for yourself, you can manifest and script all you want about having this amazing, fruitful business that you believe that you can have. But if you're not taking the necessary actions to get there, then it's just a wish. And that's something that a lot of people do and a lot of people are disappointed about, and it kind of has like this negative aspect to it, to spirituality as a whole, that it doesn't work. No, it works, but you just have to put energy behind it. Another thing that is something that I wanted to speak on is that it's not that serious. I feel like a lot of people make spirituality a lot more serious than what it has to be. Like I said, this is all a process of healing, connecting with yourself, connecting with other people, learning through other people's experiences so that you can be a better person and incorporate new routines and new habits that are beneficial to you and your spirit. That way the people that come after you, they can incorporate these new habits, and so that, you know, the cycle can continue for more of an evolution. But I feel like it's not that serious. I feel like a lot of people have this hierarchy in spirituality now. Like, if they do certain things, or if they have certain crystals, or if they do certain practices, if they're a tarot reader, if they do this, if they sage their house this way, and in all actuality, none of that matters. All that matters is that you are connecting with yourself. You are breaking down certain things within yourself that need to be broken down. You are actively healing those things. You are remaining resilient. You're remaining true to yourself, and you're allowing yourself to just evolve and be the best person that you can be in this life. That's the whole point. But I feel like a lot of people, they get kind of wrapped up in the crystals and all of the tarot card readings and all of the sage and all this stuff. And it's like, all of that does not matter if you are not actively, like I said before, doing the work. Another thing is, nothing works without intention. So when you're doing these manifestations and you're actively trying to bring in this dream, this wish, this goal that you want for yourself, it's important to know that nothing works without intention. If you are not putting intention behind what you're trying to bring in, it is not going to attract in your life. And that's why a lot of people don't see certain manifestations come into fruition, is because there's certain things that need to be intended. You need to set your intentions. You need to be active about what you want. You have to completely feel and understand and have a connection to what you want, like it's already in your life. Certain manifestations, certain goals, certain dreams that they want won't come in if you don't have intention. It's all about intention. When you are actively being more intentional in your life, then that's when the things that you want come back to you. But you have to have intention. Intention. Tarot cards should never dictate your life, okay? Tarot cards have been around for decades, just like spirituality has been. They go hand in hand. When you go to these readers and you get certain readings and you watch your readings on YouTube, at the end of the day, tarot is used as a tool so that it can harness in all the energies that is going on around you, and that way give you a potential outcome for where your path may be going at the time of these energies kind of being surrounded. surrounded by you. So tarot should never dictate your life because it's so fluid. It goes by the energy. You can get a reading today based off of the energy that you're currently in, and by you getting that reading, you can change your whole dynamic because you see that if you keep going on a certain path, that it's going to lead you in this direction. And once you kind of have that knowledge, you change your destiny. Let's say you get a reading and you hear certain things that you don't really like. So with you hearing those things, it makes you incorporate new changes. So if you were to get a reading the next day or next week, it would be completely different because energy is fluid and tarot goes based off of, like I said before, the energies surrounding us. So that's something to keep in mind, because I feel like a lot of people get readings and they think, oh my gosh, this is the end all be all of my situation, and that's not the case. Tarot is not meant to like scare anybody away or make them feel like this is it. No, you have complete reign and control over your life. Whatever you do in your life is going to ultimately lead to your destiny. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the dark is just as necessary as the light. So I hear this phrase, love and light, and I am not a stranger to using that phrase in my day-to-day life, love and light, love and light. But one thing that I feel like we should all understand is it won't be all love and light on this spiritual journey. I feel like a lot of people go into spirituality thinking that it will just be all love and light. And it is to a certain degree. I feel like the dark sides of ourselves, the shadow sides of ourselves are just as important as the lighter sides of ourselves. We wouldn't be a product of who we are if we did not have both of these sides. So it's important to acknowledge the good and the bad, as well as the bad and the good, the yin and the yang. That's what life is all about, the dualities of life. So whatever you may be going through that may feel a little bit darker, that's still something that is just as vital as if you were going through your very, very high point. So, and that's something to keep in mind if you guys are even looking into being in, I guess, the spiritual community or incorporating more spiritual practices into your routine, is that as you do these practices, you won't automatically just have a good, beautiful lifestyle. Like, that's just not how it works. You will go through challenges and you will go through trials and tribulations just like everybody else in the world. It's just that spirituality makes it a little bit more easier and a little bit more comfortable, because as you're going through these trials and tribulations, you have more of an understanding as to why you are, opposed to being in the dark about it. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is connection with God. So I feel like a lot of people don't believe that they can have a connection with God, but when you really think about it, the term universe, which is a common term used in the spiritual community, is referring to God, is referring to source, is referring to the highest of all power. So when you are in spirituality, it's important to understand that when you hear that phrase universe, that is no different from if you hear the phrase God, or if you hear the word Buddha, or whatever resonates with you in your religion. You can definitely still have a connection with God, with source. And I feel like a lot of people in spirituality still have a connection with God and source, me included. Me personally, before I started my spiritual journey, I practiced Jehovah's Witness. I was Jehovah's Witness. And that's something that I still incorporate with my spirituality, because I'm just doing what resonates with me. That's the whole point of spirituality in the first place, is doing what speaks to you, what feels comfortable to you. As long as you have a connection with source, it doesn't really matter what you refer to him as. The only thing that's important is the fact that you are having that connection with source in the first place. And last but not least, you guys, do your research. Do your research. A lot of people have these preconceived notions about spirituality, which is all wrong. So it's important to do your research and make sure you do things that resonate with you. You don't have to read tarot cards to be spiritual. You don't have to collect crystals to be spiritual. You don't have to have a singing bowl and do these rituals to be spiritual. Do what resonates with you, and whatever that may be, it will feel right to you. You should never do anything that's uncomfortable, because that's not what spirituality is about. It's all about what resonates with you. So whatever feels comfortable to you. If you don't feel like getting tarot readings, if you don't feel like that's something that you're into, then don't do it. If you don't like crystals much, then don't collect them. If you don't like manifesting, then don't do it. Like, just, I feel like a lot of people need to just do what feels right to them and acknowledge the fact that spirituality is spirituality. Okay, that's something that I got from Black Witch Yaya. If you guys don't know her channel, please check her out. She's amazing. But spirituality is anything that resonates with you, hence on the you. Okay, I hope this video was of benefit for anyone. I hope you guys learned something in this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye, beautiful souls.